Hello students, this is Gautam Sinha. I am a biology teacher. In the very first class, I am going to give you the teachings of the class 10th. The first chapter in biology is life processes. Life process. In today's class, I am going to discuss about the life processes. First, we need to know that what is life process? What does it mean? That means, what is the definition of life process? The processes which are essential for a living organism for their continuation of life on this existence are being collectively referred as life process. That means each living organism must possess some processes which are essential for maintaining their life on this survival. They are collectively being called life process. I hope that term is now need to be clear from at this side. Now, the types of what are the different life processes, we'll go for that description. These are the first life process is nutrition. Second life process which we are going to study in this chapter is respiration. The third life process is transportation, and fourth life process is excretion. Students, we will go for each and every life process in my successive classes in this online video classes. In today's class, I am going for the first life process. What is nutrition? What are the different types of nutrition? I am just going to give you a complete description about this. Nutrition. This term and this process you might be well familiar since class 7, but now I am giving the complete concept about this. The process by which the living organism prepares their own food. That means the living organism, the way they prepare their own food, there are only two conditions. Either they will prepare their food by their own without the help of the another, or the another mode in which the living organisms are depending on the other for their food. So on this basis, the nutrition is classified into two types. And as I already told you earlier, nutrition is mode of taking food. Taking food. And their types are Phototrophic nutrition, and Heterotrophic nutrition. First, I will go for the autotrophic nutrition. the mode of nutrition in which organism prepares their own food by their own. Prepares their food by own, simply. And in this mode, only green plants of this existence comes under this category. That means if we will keep green plants away from whole universe in a separate club, then all comes under the heterotrophs, and only green plants comes under the they have a ability to manufacture their own food, and this process is called photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, green plants prepare their own food. So I will go for that description also right now, but need to write it the definition. The mode of nutrition in which the organism prepares their own food and they are not depending on the other for their food is called or is termed as autotrophic nutrition. And the organism who do exhibit this process, they are being referred as autotrophs. So I hope students now this autotrophic nutrition gets clear, at least their definition. Autotrophic nutrition and autotrophs. Autotroph means organisms, those who exhibit this mode. Nutrition. Now I will go for how the green plants makes their food. In a very brief, I am just going to describe it, how the green plants makes their food. These green plants prepare the organic food in the presence of sunlight. Green plants prepare their own food. There is sun, and directly I am showing this leaf structure. Leaf is a part of the plant, and this is the photosynthetic region of any plant. What happens in photosynthesis? I am just going to give a brief description what happens in photosynthesis. As I already told you previously, photosynthesis is the mechanism, is the process, the process by which green plants prepare their own organic food. This sunlight falling on the surface, the sun rays, solar energy on this leaf surface. Leaf and the process in this, what happens? In leaf cells, there is, in plant cell, chloroplast is there, and chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis is completed in the chloroplast of the cell. So there is one requirement apart from this solar energy. There is need of, for completion of this process, there is need of CO2 is also there, There is need of H2O is also there, and there is need of solar energy, and there is need of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll might be coming in your mind. What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green pigment. Where it is located? It is located in chloroplast. Chloroplast. And chloroplast is one of the membrane bound organelle found in plant cell. Remember students, chloroplast is only and only found in plant cell. They are not being observed and they are not being present in the animal cell. And inside the chloroplast there is chlorophyll. So, and in this, due to the presence of this chlorophyll, the color of the leaf becomes green. And the whole process of this photosynthesis is being taking place at this location. But apart from this chlorophyll, apart from this solar energy, that means this solar energy, there is also a requirement of carbon dioxide and water. A question arises, how the plants takes this carbon dioxide and how this H2O, that means water. This CO2 comes in the plant from their teeny openings. They are called as stomatas. Students, you might be well familiar because this already been given in the class 6-7. Stomata are the minute pores. They are present on the surfaces of the leaves. So this is a brief description of only photosynthesis. There is requirement of CO2, H2O, solar energy and chlorophyll. Autotrophic nutrition. Further, I am going for this autotrophic nutrition is also being classified into two types. Autotrophic nutrition is classified because then after this topic gets clear, autotrophic nutrition on this basis which I was discussing about photosynthesis, it is classified into two types: photosynthetic nutrition, which right now already I discussed with you, that green plants exhibit this process, the photosynthesis process. And second one, this is very new for you, chemosynthetic nutrition. Might be coming in your mind, what is this chemosynthetic nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which organism prepares their own food by the oxidation of some chemical compounds, particularly some inorganic compounds. There are only some bacteria. Now this is the new thing for you. In this category, there are only some bacteria comes under this, and they too exhibit chemosynthetic nutrition. That means they are preparing their food by the chemical oxidation of some inorganic compounds. And as a result of this, these bacteria taking the food from that inorganic compound, because the energy is released when the oxidation taking place, and these bacteria are going to take the food, but they do not require the another organisms. They are not taking the help of other organism for their food. Now, this is a complete description about the autotrophic nutrition. Now I will go for the another mode of nutrition, that is, as I already told you in today's class only, the second nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. So now, heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic, they do not they are not depending on any other. But in heterotrophic nutrition, the organisms are depending on the other for their food. They do not have, in this particular category, they are not having the ability to prepare their food by their own. They are depending on the others. And those organisms who do exhibit this process, they are called heterotrophs. Heterotrophs. The organism who exhibit this mode. This heterotrophic nutrition is also further classified into 3 types. How they are depending on the another, how they do take their food, prepare their food, what the mechanism is being involved, and on this basis, this heterotrophic nutrition is classified into 3 types. These 3 types are: first is parasitic nutrition. Second one is saprophytic nutrition. And third one is holozoic nutrition. We'll go for one by one description of all these. It's very easy to understand and easy to digest. All are depending on the another for their food. They cannot prepare. Parasitic nutrition first. The mode of nutrition in which one organism, I am giving you the name of one organism depending on the another for their food. The organism who depending on the another for their food is called parasite. It's called parasite. And this parasite is depending on the another, and that organism, the term which we will use is host. They are the 2 different organisms. Organism A is parasite and organism B is host. This parasite is totally depending on the host for their food. It can be cleared with the help of one good example. I hope, students, you are well familiar about the disease malaria. Definitely one thing comes in your mind. Malaria, this disease appears in any healthy individual when female Anopheles mosquito bites. That means that female Anopheles mosquito sucks the blood. But what happens in the saliva of this female Anopheles mosquito? There is one malarial parasite. That malarial parasite is, the name of this malarial parasite is Plasmodium. Plasmodium. This Plasmodium completes their life cycle on two different hosts. One host is female Anopheles mosquito and another host is human being. That means for the completion of their life cycle, these two hosts are required. So, in this case, Plasmodium is parasite. The good example of parasite will be Plasmodium, and the host will be either a female Anopheles mosquito or a human being. That means this Plasmodium reaching to the human being for the completion of their life cycle. So, it is one of the good example for better understanding. The another example which we commonly take is from also one from plant category, must be noted it, Cuscuta. Cuscuta. This is one parasitic plant. In this parasitic plant, it is also called in Hindi Amar Bel. This parasite is also depending on some another host. This is a parasitic plant. Takes the food from the another host. So this is the description of the parasitic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which one organism takes the food from the another organism. And there is one more interesting thing. Always A is benefited and B is being harmed. That means the benefit is reaching to the A, but B is being harmed. So this is all about from the parasitic. Heterotrophic or saprophytic or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The mode of nutrition, it's very easy. The mode of nutrition in which the organism prepare their food from the dead and decaying or organic matter. From this dead and decaying organic matter, when an organisms are preparing their food, then it is referred as saprophytic mode of nutrition. And in this, it is also called saprophytic and another term heterotrophic nutrition. And the organism who do exhibit this mode of nutrition are being collectively called saprotrophs. They are being called saprotrophs. The examples of the saprotrophic nutrition, yes, saprophytic nutrition is bacteria and fungi. Both these two taking their food from the dead and decaying organic matter. And it is a well proven, if bacteria would not be present in this existence, then this whole world would have the heap of the dust beans. So this is all out from the saprophytic nutrition. Next one, student, about the holozoic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which an organism takes the food in their complex form or in their raw form as a whole, then this mode of nutrition is referred as holozoic mode of nutrition. Human beings also comes under this. We are taking the grapes, we are taking the bananas, we are taking so many from plant products as well the animal product in their complex form, directly ingesting it. Then after the digestion and so on processes go on and on. So in this mode of nutrition, the organism takes the food as a complex form, as a whole. And the examples I am going to give you, amoeba comes under this, amoeba. And second example, too easy example I am giving you, is human beings comes under this. So now student, in this my first class, today we come to know about what are the life processes, what that different life processes, nutrition, and basically the first nutrition, the nutrition and the types I have discussed. So now students, in today's class, I have given you a complete description about the nutrition, their types, and with the help of suitable examples. So don't forget to subscribe my channel, like the videos and share to others.